Today I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks to get our individuals with autism spectrum disorder to wear masks in public. As communities start reopening, there's a recommendation to wear masks while we're in public. This may be hard for our individuals with autism spectrum disorder who have sensory sensitivities. But it's really important for us to use masks for safety of ourselves and those around us. It's also important to build independence and time out of the home. There will be establishments that require individuals to wear masks or work environments that are strongly encouraging it. So as we want our individuals to re-engage in those opportunities, masks may be needed. Wearing a mask is a new skill that we can teach and help build comfort. So there's some steps that we're going to take. First, model wearing a mask. The more individuals see it, the more comfortable they're going to be with wearing it themselves. You may also want to use a social story that explains why a mask is needed. A first then board is also an excellent option. First we wear the mask, then we get to go to the store. It also might be helpful to let them choose the pattern or the fabric that the mask is made out of if you will be using a fabric one. This will give them a little bit of control over the experience and let them pick something that they really like. Finally, a reward might be needed for practicing each step or for wearing the mask while in public. Examples could be while you're wearing the mask or while you're doing your exposure step, you can use my phone. Another option is you get stickers while keeping the mask on. Or you can have a special treat if you keep the mask on the entire time we're out. So how are we going to actually get them to wear a mask? We want to start to build tolerance in wearing the mask. So let's talk through the steps that we can use to do that. First, I would encourage you to just put the mask out to see how comfortable they are with it. You could be surprised at how willing they are to wear it. We'll use this first practice as our guide for building the skill. So for example, if you put the mask out and they won't go anywhere near it, then you're going to start at the first step that I share. If you put the mask out and they put it on briefly, then you can start at a later step because they're already comfortable with putting it on. So the first step is going to be to get them comfortable with seeing the mask. So you can start by taking small steps. First, we want them to be comfortable with seeing the mask, so leave it out, make it available so that they can try it anytime they want. The next step is to get comfortable with having it touch their face. So you want to make sure that you have a mask and that you're saying, let's just put it on our face for a little bit and see how it feels. Practice that multiple times so that they can get comfortable with it. Once they're comfortable, then you can move on to the next step. Next would be to put it around one ear and leave it there for a little bit and see how comfortable they can get. The next step would be to put it around both ears and sit with that for a little bit until we feel comfortable. At that point, we'll start increasing the amount of time that they wear the mask. And throughout all of these practice steps, you want to model the step. You can use a visual timer to let them know how long the step will last. This could be a simple countdown on your hands, so when all of my fingers are gone, we'll be done with our mask practice today. It could also be the use of an app on your phone. If you search for visual timer, you should find a couple of options, and most of them have color, and the color slowly disappears as the time is passing. You want to make sure that you're providing praise for any attempt. So maybe they're not going to be successful one time, but at least they tried. We want to provide that reinforcement. And then if they are successful, you want to provide even more reinforcement. And when you have success with all of these steps, we want to plan a trip out into public. So at that point, you would want to make sure the expectation is very clear that we're going to wear a mask while we're in public. We'll keep it on the whole time. And when we're done, we'll have this reward. And with each of these steps that I mentioned, I also want to encourage you to practice them frequently. So the more practice we get throughout the day, the more comfortable we're going to get with wearing the mask. So make sure that you're practicing it multiple times a day, giving them the opportunity to get comfortable. And remember, this is an important skill right now in our communities. We need to make sure that we're safe, that our individuals with autism spectrum disorder are safe, those around us are safe, and we're opening opportunities for them by allowing them to be able to go out.